Hello, everybody. Hope you have all been well. I know it's been about a week or so since I last touched 14 on stream. I have been emotionally devastated by this game. And so it's been a minute since I really wanted to play it. I've also been doing some other things, like working on D&D. Got my Monday campaign wrapping up right now. Probably got next session and then maybe an epilogue session left. And once that's done, I will be making sure that Mondays, for the foreseeable future, until something else takes over that spot, is going to be used for Final Fantasy. Anyway, last time we killed Heidelin. Yeah, we did it. I'm not happy that we did it, but we did it. Chris, I trust you had a good rest? An envoy of Master Forshino arrived not long ago with a message. The Loperates have determined Medion's location. We've been asked to gather at the Rostra. I'll meet you there, along with the others. But yeah, figured I'd get a little stream in before work. It's probably going to be not crazy long. Probably like an hour and a half, maybe. Then I am planning maybe tomorrow a much longer stream, but we'll see how that works out. Damn, dude. Imagine being a gate guard. Your other gate guard gets a name, and you don't. That really hurts. It would hurt me. Can I go through this door? Okay, that looked like a solid wall for a second to me. Please be voice acted. It looks like it might be. No, I don't think it is. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loperates have deduced the whereabouts of Medion by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Heidelin herself. Her core's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars at the edge of creation. A veritable Ultima Thule. Indeed. How, then, are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule, but the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our Hyper Hopper into your ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. What's a Hyper Hopper, and does it run on carrots? Father, does this mean... Bear in mind this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loperate's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Heidelin believed you possessed the strength needed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Heidelin's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would prefer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything her very existence to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn. In you. The Ark will be ready-made for your voyage to Ultima Thule. What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glacia. Nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary. They've expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loperates too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris and her people? If it means your survival, we would do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have need for our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life. An otherwise vexing problem, our know-how can remedy. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Medion. Why else should she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Aetheris until you brought us here, Urianger. And now we're enamored with the place. So what choice do we have but to save it? Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Scions. So I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? I do. Medion, the one that I met, would not want what she became. You couldn't stop us if you tried. We'll avert the final days, whatever it takes. Well, we've come this far. We'll avert the final days, whatever it takes. Very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision, and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. The Loperates will coordinate with the Elsebard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray take your ease. To seem there's naught to do but rest and prepare, shall we? So we rested and now we get more rest. You know, these are my kind of quest. Really designed after my own heart. Nothing I like after waking up from a nap and a nap. Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite, though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Hydaelyn deemed us worthy of the trials that wait. For lack of any other feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Medion as we are. Which leaves the not-so-small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the Dynamis for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest, and make the most of the time we've been afforded. Tataru, I'm glad that we're not leaving without telling you goodbye again. The meeting's over, is it? You were in there for so long, I started to worry. What did they have to say? We're gonna go to space and fight a bird. The edge of creation. I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return. And you will return. Actually, Chris, could I borrow you for a moment? Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, let's meet back at the Baldessian Annex, alright? Come with me to the Agora. I have something to show you. I gotta give her a little head start. Her legs are so small. I teleport. I can teleport to old Charlian. I guess looking at it, I really just kinda turned around and went the same distance. Tataru. Welcome, Chris, to Taru's boutique. I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the Warrior of Light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career defining masterpiece. But then inspiration struck, and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Thavnarian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlian. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works, perish the thought. Varsaroon, how are things coming along? Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We will be ready to open shortly. Which is why I brought you here. To be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer? Wait. I've gotten so many notifications. Oh, who's coming up to say hi? Ah, I did not expect to find you here. I don't know who you are. Oh, hello. I imagine Nadana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with the works on the ether burner. This simulacrum, too, will stay in Charlian while I oversee matters in Rajathan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of development pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Vashan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You've blessed them with newfound purpose, and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Rajathan, The experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. The artisans have taught me so much about Thavnarian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mistress Tataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the forum's decision, of what will soon be attempted. It was only then I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, but the flame of every other star he encountered had likely already been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. You journey into the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail, and restore peace and tranquility to this star. Would that Iowan was alive to see it. I won't see a sacrifice squandered, nor shall I rest until Radzat Han has returned to its former glory. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of this star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. Alright, who else is coming to tell me how great I am? Where must I go to find a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? Madeline! Chrysanthemum, old boy. My, whatever are you doing here? The new boutique, you say? I've been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something with a little more flair, perhaps, befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt said raiment as long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Fortom, insist that so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Charlian. As to a toil, though every fiber of my being rails against it. Why, I've even suffered the company of that brute Sickard to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead, for his otherwise welcome absence, now burdened with extra busy work. And without Onawa here, there is no one to prepare my meals. I came here in the hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Charlian delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. Have you tried Archon Loaf? You can find it in all the shops. If a hearty meal is what you're after, I'd suggest the last stand. Try Archon Loaf. It's delicious. Archon Loaf? It sounds sophisticated, like me. I thank you for the suggestion. With a full belly, I dare say I can endure this purgatory, if only a while longer. Ta-ta, old boy. Have fun with that. Enjoy your Archon Loaf. Well, well, is that Chrysanthemum and Tataru I spy? Who are you? Oh, fuck off, Hancock. You're barely not an asshole. Hancock, what are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan. After all, my expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straight-away to Kugane once I have finished. You're not as bad as Lolorito, but you are still just a dick. Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage. She wounds me, the industrious woman running a new boutique. I'm not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devoutly, then why not put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, Tataru. Fair enough. There's not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage, but on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Vakairo Inn. Accommodations are quite costly, given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldenar Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. Will there be lemon cakes? Oh, a man of tart tastes, I see. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lolorito have to offer. But let us speak of more of this upon your return, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire. Until next we meet. Bro, she's given you a death glare. Alright, who else? Who else wants to come tell me how great I am? Big hero. About to go to space. Might be your last chance. Ah, Chris, decided to spend your time in the markets, did you? Biggs and Wedge! Okay, these guys are goats. Tataru. Biggs, Wedge, I take it your work on the Ark proceeds apace? Aye, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlian and Madzat has been a rewarding experience. And that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Loperates. The Ark is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. Can't wait for you to see it. Nero never stops talking, that's crazy. It's still hard to believe we have the means to send you off into the great expanse, though. To the farthest known reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for these great innovations. To think how much I'd have missed out on, had I not become a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. There is that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Chris. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing for a brighter future. That we do, my friend, that we do. I love Garland Ironworks, but I wish that they would get an outfit update. When you head back, well, do you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? It's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies to gather before we return. Oh, I love you, Tataru. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. I stand by my old thought that Tataru is the heart and soul of the Scions. Right, I don't believe the two of you have met. I don't think the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Varsarud. Varsarud, from Palaka's Stand. Pleased to meet you. Or haven't we met before? Let's see. Ah yes, it was you who helped us at Perusia. And again, when crossing the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it is kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mistress Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It is only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times, we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnau. But we are here today, and we are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did, by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings of the Waking Sands. From the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's Ruby Bazaar. We were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Ours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevered time and time again. For all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well. But I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Which is why I promised to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. Man, I love Tataru so much. In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiments and weaponry for every need, so please feel free to browse our stock. What new ensemble? You guys didn't give me anything. Sorry, I was wiping my eyes for a second. You can now obtain certain job-specific gear from Varsarud. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89, however all items will be subject to item level sync. Upon reaching level 90 with the corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon the completion of the role quest associated with said job. Let me see what I got. Chaos Bringer. Okay, big sword. Let's check out this armor. I mean, I don't dislike it, but it's not really Chris, you know? Like, Chris isn't dark and brooding. Let's take a look at Lightbringer. Okay, this is the cutscene armor, or the trailer armor. I like that shield. It's a damn shame that there's only one shield in the game that I can equip. And the sword's okay. If it's not for the fact that it's the trailer armor, I wouldn't really be that into it. I realize you've still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope they can find a moment to yourself, and that others can as well. They said you were returning to the Baldessian Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I'd suggest speaking with Kryl first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. Okay, thanks for making me cry, Tataru. I appreciate it. Locked box. Box is locked. Very cool. Hi, Kryl. You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru. She didn't give me anything, though. Like, unless I'm missing something. Yeah, no, she didn't give me anything. This is a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything right. I'm glad to see it realized, and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they've already taken their leave. Yustola, Thancred, and Yorion-J have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alice and Graham, meanwhile, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at Numenon. As for Alphino and Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Levier estate. Estinian seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you've a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I'd suggest heading to the last stand before Yustola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. There. I'm gonna finish up these quests, and then I'm gonna call stream for now. Oh, there you guys are. Chris, come to make our trio a quartet, have you? Please, have a seat, and we'll see about getting you a drink.
Your business with Tataru was finished.
Oh, voice-acted cutscene, let's go!
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule.
Oh, whoops, I was reading.
Bringer of the end.
Welcome in.
Nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine.
Isola is cute as hell, but she's also so stupid even if I love her.
But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
You've nothing left to prove. Not to Reen, Norman, Philia. We'll get through this together. Just make sure you bring enough ammunition. Yeah. Just make sure you bring enough ammo.
Oh, ye of little
Dang,
faith.
she's just like me for real.
I know better than to leave home without ample supplies, thank you very much. Didn't pick up the gunblade yesterday. And to think I used to prefer fighting from the shadows. Gods, I really have changed.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust is settled.
What with the primals and Asians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change.
Someone's gonna die, dude.
Going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to effect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear.
That's so real. Brother, you got your Archon tattoo on your face.
What have you
It's
discovered?
kind of hard for you to
Any
blend
grand
in.
plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise. Should my pursuits
Yeah,
prove
to Runar.
unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
A cup of wine.
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast?
Yeah, don't make me answer.
To victory.
to our comrades.
To the future of the star.
I feel like we haven't really had a moment to sit and just be people, aside from in post-expansion stuff. Which makes me really think someone's gonna die. Leaving so soon, I suppose it's for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Yuri on Jay. I dare say the others would welcome your company as well, if you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Who's closest? Literally opposite sides of the map. I hate you both. Of course the twins would be the ones to make me walk. Oh, wait, there's a thing here for Levayor. I guess we'll go see how Alphino and Estinian are doing first then. Without your armor? You giraffe-looking ass. His neck always makes me laugh.
Oh. What brings you here?
You guys. I'm just stopping in to say hi.
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil. All is well, I assure you. In my letters home,
I don't know if I
had
believe
made
you.
mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... it was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
Hate to tell you this.
Fine. Not like I had better things to do.
Hate to tell you this, Alphino. But, the patches for, Dawn Trail, one of them is literally called Promise of Tomorrow. So you're wrong, loser, bozo.
Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side,
Only because the game wouldn't let me.
it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Brother, I'm gonna bully Alphino until the day I die.
Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
You were never one to forsake a friend, Alphino.
No, I'm not. And I'm proud of that.
Alright, now where's my husband? If you'll all excuse me. Pudding way. You just chillin', bud? Ah, Chris, I've come to this studio in order to study the ways of pudding. Alas, my creations don't jiggle as they should just yet, but I persevere. What a Chad. You try speaking with Alice, but she's fast asleep. I get a solo moment with Gratia then? Nope, he's also fallen asleep. Oh no. Can I also fall asleep? Yeah! Nap time. They came out to study and they fell asleep sitting upright on a bench. That's crazy. Kryl, come join us for nap time.
Oh,
Group EP.
knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer, so much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Hey, yo.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
Jesus, I always say chill.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
I was looking for you two. Nothing in particular. No, it's a secret. Now I gotta go all the way back. After everything that's happened, we did need a quiet moment like this, but it really makes me think that not everybody's making it out. Welcome back, Chris. Return to catch a few winks before embarking on your mission, I presume? I'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. The honk, me. Please. It's loading. It seems like it's loading maybe a cutscene. Yo, Destructivist, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. What were you all up to? You were streaming some Helldivers too? Hell yeah. Well, for anybody raiding in, my name is Black Cat. I mostly do D&D and Final Fantasy over here on this channel. And it seems like we are getting into some deep story. I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer, but I appreciate the raid and anybody who might decide to hang out. Is that Xenos? I thought it... Oh, was that just like Reaper form Xenos? Yeah.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Damn, at least they really messed him up. Oh, let me throw a quick shout out before I forget.
That transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you?
What was it that you sought in me?
I kept misspelling your name. Hey, Cammy, how's it going? Good to see you. The Day of Reckoning? Defending democracy in the name of Super Earth? Hell yeah. Hey, I'm about to go to space. Why is everyone so tense? Was I sleepwalking or something? Did something bad happen?
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
We have been welcomed in like everywhere we've gone. Except for Garlemald, but we made our own home.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
These group pep talks are always so funny to me.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready.
Because Estinian's always just sitting in the background. Like,
They'll operate naturally
so
will be
awkward.
commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule. Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
it's a little late to back out now.
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
Let's go. The way that Estinian sits in the back, it makes me think that he's the protagonist of his own game. Oh. I have to shut up for Tataru.
Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
No. You can count on it. But anyway, it feels like Astidian is like the protagonist of his own game, and for us, or for him, we're just a side quest. I suppose this is where we part ways, for now at least. Would that I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart. Mayhap the teachings of Galif Baldessian will suffice? Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them, and there find true strength. When one sees beyond, or what one sees beyond, is open to interpretation. But for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life, things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture onto the Sea of Stars. Think I have a teleport here? Yeah, pretty close. Oh, the music kicking in? Okay, it's time for me to lock in. Maybe one more quest before I leave. Move. Let me through. I'm excited. Let me in. The spaceship! Everyone's here. Not just the Scions, but like a lot of our friends. Oh, Moonbreeder's parents. I'm gonna cry a lot from here on out, you guys.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder.
Sid and Nero.
But we did
unfortunately.
We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Well, the work was hard, but we've learned a lot from it. After all, it's not every day you get tasked with building a starfaring vessel. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return.
Actually, that's good payment.
So, have you thought of a name?
A name?
Gary.
Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisois not fought to protect this world, and in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The Starship Ragnarok.
That name kind of goes hard.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
Oh, that's a big crowd. Starship Gary would be a good secondary. Like, imagine getting rocked by people riding the Starship Gary. You're never living it down.
I invited them, the representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
Oh, that isn't
As you
just
may have
anybody.
witnessed at
That's the
Bestways
captain
Burrow,
of the bunny.
The Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed! While Hydaelyn gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Charlian tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
I love how confident the bunnies are,
Truth be
despite the
told,
fact that
I
we
do not
hated
understand
everything
the
they had for us on the
intricacies
moon.
of this plan, but none of us would ever turn our backs on you.
I'm glad Sorabon's
When
still
the
here.
avatars of our
It's
faith
kind of
ran
weird though.
amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way!
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
A cell phone.
Portable
Nice.
teleportation devices.
Oh.
One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok. There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
Don't get me wrong, that's 100% going to save lives, but that would piss me off so bad.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
Iglyph? I don't know you. If you would come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Oh, several cutscenes will play in sequence. No. I suppose that this is where I will end it then. Because several cutscenes are about to play in sequence and I have to get ready for work. I gotta trim up my beard a little bit, and yeah. I don't have time for several cutscenes to play in sequence right now. Mr. Guy I've never met before, why is your armor so cool? Why is your armor so cool? Huh. But I thank you all for hanging out and watching. Thank you to everybody who raided in, anybody who stuck around. Let's find somebody for me to throw a raid out to now. Usually, whenever I am playing Final Fantasy, I like to try to throw a raid out to someone else who is playing Final Fantasy. Specifically somebody who is not as far in the game as I am. So let's see. Post Shadowbringers. That is somewhere. That is before me. Oh, goodbye ARR. Hello, Heavensward. Okay. I'm throwing a quick raid out to somebody by the name of Mecha Kitten, who is currently playing through the Crystal Tower. Hell yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I hope you all have a good one.